What's going on, guys? My name is Vision, and today I'm going to be making a beginner's guide to Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now, I do plan on making an intermediate and advanced guide, but only if this video does well. Now, with that being said, the first thing we're going to talk about is controllers. You can use a fight stick, you can use a keyboard, you can use just a regular old PlayStation 4 or Xbox One controller, or whatever kind of controller you want. It's totally up to you. It's 100% personal preference, and don't let anybody tell you different. If you want to try a fight stick, go out and shell out the money for a fight stick. If you have been using Xbox controllers your entire life, or you like PlayStation 4 controllers, then use one of those. It's totally up to you. Now I'm going to assume that you already know light, medium, heavy, and you know how to block, you know how to reflect, you know how to tag, and all this stuff. You know how to use supers and stuff like that. And you want to take it a step further and learn more advanced combos, more advanced techniques, and all those sort of things. So we're going to start out in the character select screen. Now, in the character select screen, you could pick any character you want, honestly. Some characters are harder than others to main, like Zamasu is a very difficult character to learn, because he has a lot of different abilities and techniques that you have to learn that are much more difficult than other characters. Same thing with Hit, I find to be a little bit more of a difficult character to play. Another one is like Piccolo, or who else is a difficult character? I think that's it, really, as like the more difficult characters. Or like Android 21 is kind of a difficult character to use as well. But hold on one second, let me pull up an image. There we go. Now, this was originally a tier list, that's why those little words are scribbled out. But the characters on the left side, that entire row from Goku all the way down to Gohan, is all of those characters have the same exact mid-screen combo, or a very close to the same exact mid-screen combo, which means if you learn the normal mid-screen full combo for Goku, you know the full mid-screen combo for Team Gohan all the way down to Gohan. All of them know the same thing. Some of them, typically, it's usually just different, like, enders. Or by enders, I mean like instead of pressing like light at the end of your combo, you might press like light, you know, special, and then do like a special move or something at the end of the combo, and that's like their normal combo that they usually use, and different stuff like that. The characters next to that also have very close to the same exact normal combos as the normal mid-screen combos as the first bracket does, except this one has when you press like the light button or the medium button while you're in the air, their light or their medium hits multiple times instead of just once. So that's something to keep in mind when you're using these characters. And then all the characters on the right side have completely different normal mid-screen combos and stuff like that. Like, typically every character in this game, almost all of them have their own corner combo. Like, all corner combos are like completely different from others and stuff like that. But the characters on the right have completely different mid-screen combos. But you can play whatever you want. Like I said, it'll just I'm going to use this guide, or you should use this guide as a reference to learn how to play the first set of characters, and then you could branch off once you learn how to play like the neutral and stuff like that, how to use assists and whatnot, and then you can go on to other characters like Broly. He tends to use assists to get good damage and good value out of him. Same thing out of A21. Same thing with A16 as well. All three of them use assists and stuff to get good damage out. But for now, I would advise sticking to the left side of the characters. Mainly just because they all know the same exact mid-screen combo. So, with that being said, I'm going to start out. I'm just going to pick my team because it's a pretty simple team to play. And here, let's get rid of this. Apologize for that. There we go. I'm going to tag in Goku to show you Goku's normal B&B combo, or B&B standing for bread and butter. That's what they reference. Anytime you hear anybody say B&B, then that means bread and butter. So this is Goku's normal bread and butter. Almost every character in the game knows that. Almost every character. Bardock's is a little bit different. Remember when I said that pressing a button, or pressing one button would make him attack twice? That's what I was referring to. Like, I know Kid Buu has one of them like that. Gotenks is another one. See, here's Vegeta's. Same exact thing as Goku's. And Bardock, like I said too, is just about the same exact thing too. It's just his medium hits twice. Now, let's pull up. So you can just take this combo and learn it on your own time. And you can just use this as a reference. This is literally, it's just down, medium, into medium. And then jump, medium, light, light. Literally, jump, medium, light, light. And then you down heavy. And then you get a launcher. This right here is a launcher. It launches the opponent up in the air. Here, let's... Oh, I thought that wasn't going to hit. And then it's medium, light, light. It's the same thing like you just did before. Now... Another thing I forgot to mention is, in this game, you get another jump while you're in the air. That is called a jump cancel when you're doing a combo. It's called an air dash when you're just in the neutral like this, but it's called a jump cancel when you do it in a combo. Now, you could, basically, what it does is it lets you extend combos a little bit further than what you originally would. So, if you see this... So right there, I used a jump cancel right after the 2 lights to extend the combo even further to 2 more lights and a heavy. Instead of just like the auto combo, where the auto combo, this will only take you so far. You only get 2,600 damage out of that, whereas this thing does, here, I'll show you where the jump cancel comes in. Right after that down heavy, that's when you jump cancel. And that does 4k damage compared to the 2,600. Also, something to note is that most characters do have a specific ender, like I was talking about before. Like, here's Goku's. His is just a special, and then a quarter circle forward, which is this. If you see it on the left side, it's just this. That's a quarter circle forward. This is a quarter circle back. And then you have stuff like half circles, which you don't really use much in this game. You do use a little bit. It's more of like a... I didn't learn that till like way later in the game, but that's quarter circle back, quarter circle forward. And every character has like a quarter circle back move and a quarter circle forward move. Now, Goku's, like I said, his is like this. That's his mid-screen bread and butter combo that you can learn. Vegeta doesn't really have anything special. His is just the normal. His is just a normal combo. Bardock's is a little bit different. Bardock does have like the double hitting mediums. And then his is the quarter circle back medium, which does a little bit extra damage than just the regular bread and butter combo. Now, with that being said, we're going to go into corner combos. So, corner combos are... Everyone has their own corner combo. Now, this is when things start getting a little more difficult, is learning everyone's corner combo. Like, some people have extremely difficult corner combos that took me forever to learn. Like Cell's, when I first started playing, I really like Cell from Dragon Ball, from the series. So I loved him as a villain, so I decided I wanted to play Cell. And his corner combo took me roughly 2 hours to actually complete and like do perfectly, like one after another without messing up. And his corner combo is very difficult. Some are much simpler. Like Vegeta's is very simple. It's just like his normal combo. The only thing is, at the top you get to put Ki Blast in the end, and then you just do the Dragon Punch like this at the very top of the combo. Also, something else to note that I want to talk about here. Let me pull up another image. So this thing you see on screen here is a annotation system. Now, the annotation system will be useful if you want to go like much farther beyond and learning all these different combos and stuff like that they have. So these this 1 through 9 that you see on the screen is actually where you're facing, or where your stick is, or where your directional pad is during whatever move that you're using. So right now, if you're standing still, it's at 5. If you're holding down, it's 2. So like if you were to press like down and medium, that's considered a 2M. Or if you're pressing, you know, like some characters have like weird annotations, like a 3 like H, like Adult Gohan does, whereas 3H is like you're facing down toward the player and it's heavy, so it's a 3H. And same thing with like typically most of them only use 2 and 5. Some characters have a 6. I don't think anybody else really has anything else besides that. I think it's only typically you only see 2, 5, 3, and 6. I think that's it. And like when something says like a 6, 6, that means like 4 dash and stuff like that. Like you'll pick it up. It's pretty easy to pick this stuff up. Now I'm gonna pull up one more image. There we go. And this is Goku's normal mid-screen bread and butter combo. So what I was talking about before with the 2s and the 5s and the 3s and stuff like that, this is what I was talking about. So if you remember that annotation, if you memorize that annotation in your head, which is it's pretty easy to. It didn't take me very long to grasp the concept of the whole annotation thing, but if you actually learn that, then you can start learning these combos and stuff like that from this spreadsheet instead of having to watch videos online, because this way you can look over it and it's much, much simpler and it's much faster to learn this way if you actually learn how to learn the annotations and stuff like that. So so the 2M, that's just down medium. That's just down medium. That's it. And then the 5M is just a neutral standing medium and stuff like that. So you got a 2M, a 5M, and then that J dot means that you're jumping, which means that just means that you'll be in the air when you perform this next part. So it's like this. And then after that you have a down heavy. So it's literally down medium, 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 light, light, down heavy, super dash. And that SD stands for super dash. It tells you everything. I'm going to put it in the link in the description. There's going to be a Google document of a bunch of different combos for every single character. Like every single character is going to have a spreadsheet of mid-screen combos, corner combos, assist combos with different characters, sparking combos, tons of different combos. Like some will be much, much longer than others. Like Cell's is pretty long, Goku's is pretty long, but like people like Ginyu only have, you know, don't have very many combos going for him. But this way you can look, if you learn this annotations guide, then you can actually learn the combos of other characters and stuff like that. Like this is like the best way to learn like Frieza, which is a much different character than, you know, all the other Saiyans, and you know, like Kid Buu or Piccolo and stuff like that too. And this is like the easiest way to learn corner combos and stuff too, so you don't have to because this way you don't have to keep watching a video over and over and over again. I cannot stress to you how much or how important it is that you learn this the annotations guide. Now it's really simple. This is 2M, 5M, just like that, and then the super dash, medium, light, light, 2H, light, light, special, and then the 236L. I just did that too late, that's why that didn't connect, but the 236L that's what that is. The 236 is just quarter circle forward. Like if you see on the right side, like I was talking about the quarter circle forward, that's what that is. That 236. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. 236L, just like that. That's what that is. That's what 236 is. All right, so let's get rid of this guy. You do have your 4200 mid-screen combo, but you also have your corner combos that do more damage. They always do more damage than your mid-screen combos because they utilize the corner and stuff like that. Especially Bardock has like a ridiculously good corner combo. Bardock's corner combo does like 4700 or something like that. Like that's another combo where that's like totally different than all of the other combos. But this combo does, you know, an enormous amount of damage. And see 4700, and this combo does like, you know, 500 more damage than his normal bread and butter combo, like this one. Yeah, see, it does 500 more damage, 600 more damage than his normal mid-screen combo. So I think it's really important that you also learn a corner combo But you definitely should learn your mid-screen combo first, and you should keep practicing these mid-screen combos. Just keep practicing them over and over and over again until it becomes like second nature to you, you know? So let's say you learn your mid-screen combo, you learn your corner combo and stuff like that, which corner combos are more of like a luxury at this point. I don't really, you can learn them if you want to take this step ahead, but that's more of a in between, like that's like in between the intermediate and like basics of the game. So corner combos are like, you don't have to learn them quite yet, but I would highly advise to take the time to learn them. Now, something that is really important, is snapping. So snapping in this game is you literally just drag and rush them and you tag them in, but they don't really like give you a good way to do it. They don't really teach you a good way to do it, and that's why these guides are here. So a way to guarantee that you snap someone is, so let's say, you got your opponent's Kid Buu, they just tagged them out and they're at 50% HP and they have blue life that goes all the way up to, 90% HP, and you want to tag that Kid Buu back in, but, you can't really find a safe way to just drag and rush them on the ground or whatever. So the easiest way to snap someone in is to use your Vanish, which is M and H. Basically, a way to guarantee that you tag them in is if you get them with a combo. So let's say you get them with a combo, and you got your combo going, and then at the end of it, or at any time throughout the combo, you can just literally just vanish and. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You just vanish, and you could tag them in. All you have to do is spam vanish, and then just spam Dragon Rush, and then as soon as you hit them with the Dragon Rush, you get to snap them back in. It's that easy. It's super simple. That's basically how you snap in, or you're guaranteed to snap in, I should say. Now, another thing that's super important in this game, this is another thing, like snapping your mid-screen combo, and this is another thing that's super important to learn, is a block string. So I'm going to put the enemy on guard all. Now, a block string is basically a string of attacks that your opponent is forced to block in a row, where if they were to mash like the light button or something like that, then they could potentially get opened up, and the longer your block string, the better. So like, you don't want to sit there and smash the light button, because then you only get a block string that's that long, and the longer the block string is, the more the longer your assists get to recharge, so they can come back over time and stuff like that as well. So if you have a block string that's like this, you only have a 3-hit block string, and your assist only gets to recharge for that long. Whereas plus it has better corner carry too, because you want your opponent to be in the corner, because it's like being in jail in this game. Like, this game heavily rewards people on the offense. So a good block string for most characters is you can start this combo. You could start these block strings at any of the attacks in this block string. So like, okay, I'll try to explain that a little bit better after I show you this first block string. So like, Bardock's block string is literally just light, light, medium, medium. You could do light, light, medium, medium, or you could do light, light, down, medium, medium, or you could do down, light, down, light, down, light, 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 and stuff like that. Like, you can go and stuff like that. You can light, light, medium, medium, heavy, and then you could even down heavy after that. You can special, you can quarter circle back like that, quarter circle forward, and stuff like that too. So that's basically like, and just about every character has that. Like, that's his full block string. Or like one of these, just like that. Same thing, Vegeta has another one just like that. Whoops, I forgot to do that at the end, but you get what I'm saying. Some characters have different ones. Like Piccolo has like his special attack is a command grab, so it's a little bit slower, but it grabs your opponent and they can't block it. They could jump out of it, or they can mash out of it, which mashing is literally just spamming the light button. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Which is literally just spamming the light button. But it's still, you can catch your opponents off guard with stuff like different stuff like that. And the same thing with Goku's is just like the same thing. You can do like one of these, or you can do one of these, or you can do one of these, you know, and stuff like that. And you know, you can experiment with, you know, what block string feels the best to you. Like even like let's say you down medium someone instead of like down lighting them because you feel like you can catch them with a down medium. Which, to note, in this game, if you hit somebody with a light attack as the start of your combo, it does less damage than your mediums. Than if you start it with a medium or something like that. Like if you start it with a super dash or anything like that, it always does less damage. Mediums and heavies always do more damage, and certain other special moves do more damage and stuff as well, or do regular damage, I should say. So, like, let's say your opponent blocks your medium, then you could literally just go from there in the block string. So, like, you just subtract out the lights, and you just like do medium, medium, special, or heavy, or I'm sorry, medium, medium, heavy, special, and then like your quarter circle forward, you know, light or whatever it has and stuff like that. That's basically how you do a proper block string. Now, to extend your block string even longer, you can you can call an assist, and you can make them even longer and make your opponent guess even more. You could even go for an overhead. This game, when you're blocking, this game has overheads. So if you do one of these, you know, like any one of these, like lights, any one of these heavies or anything, it forces them to block high, and if they don't block high and they block low instead, then they'll get opened up for that. If they're not blocking high, if they're blocking high and you hit them with a low, it opens them up and stuff like that. There's also, you could also Dragon Rush your opponents to open them up and stuff like that too. Like, this is the best way to open up your opponents. So make sure you work on block strings. Work on your block strings to make sure, you know, you can open up your opponent and stuff like that, because that's something you definitely want to work on. Like offense, defense, and stuff like that is very important in fighting games. Now we're going to talk about Super Dash. So I'm sure you found this out already, but this little button right here, oh, I'm sorry, that's my sparking button. This little button right here, heavy and special, lets you Super Dash. Now, Super Dash is a great mechanic, a little busted in this game, but it is super punishable. Hold on, let's see if I can get my opponents to... Let's see if I can get them to Super Dash. So, I'm going to get my opponent to Super Dash. I mean, so, if you counter an opponent who Super Dashes a lot, you can easily beat them with a down heavy. So down heavies always beat Super Dashes because they give you, I think it's 4 frames of invincibility when you down heavy, and it always beats out Super Dashes. It also always beats overheads as well. So like if your opponent is going to overhead, like if you know your opponent's like jumping toward you and you know they're gonna hit you with an overhead heavy, you could just down heavy to counter that. So here, let me show you. Right, just like that. It's that easy. You can do that every single time they try to Super Dash at you, and you get a free combo off of it too. Every single time. That's how you counter Super Dash. And also, you want to make sure at higher levels of play and stuff as well, people Super Dash much less because it's so punishable and stuff like that. So that's something that you definitely want to be weary of. Now, we're going to talk about some other things that I see a lot of other characters, or a lot of other, seen videos on, of just people just spamming beams. And what a lot of people get pissed off in video games is that the fact that people are just they spam buttons and stuff like that, or they just spam special moves and they can't beat, you know, this beam and stuff like that, and they're just assisting and spamming beams and stuff like that. And you know, and like it gets even worse when you I've seen a video of a guy playing Goku. He's playing Goku Black, and whoever else that had a beam. I don't remember off the top of my head, but they were just sitting there spamming this the entire time, and both their assists were coming out, and they were just spamming, and they just couldn't beat it. Now, you can literally, if you Kamehameha, you can time it right to where you could just super dash to your opponent and get a free combo off of them and stuff like that. We're gonna talk about, I think I'm gonna talk about vanish combos in an intermediate guide, because you don't really need to know. I don't really think you need to know vanish combos, but if you want to learn it, that's exactly what Goku's vanish combo is. I'll show you. I'll show Vegeta's real quick as well, but I'm not gonna go too in depth on it and stuff like that. But another way to beat beams. Another way to beat beams is it takes a startup, and it also has a recovery time. So if you think your opponent's gonna like Kamehameha, you can literally just super jump over to them and then just, you know, hit them with a full, like, you can get a full combo off of them if you think they're gonna beam. You can literally just run up to them and just, that simple. Same thing with if your opponent spams ki a lot, like Vegeta's another character that does that a lot, where he spams ki blasts. A way to beat ki blasts is just super dash. You could super dash through ki blasts. Here, I'll show you. Okay, cool. You can go right through all of those, even if they sit there and spam like this. Even if they spam barrage like this. You can go through all of those ki blasts. Let's see, what else? Also, another thing. Here's some more like general knowledge of the game. Your level 3s. 3 level 1s do more damage than 1 level 3. Like, significantly more damage. So here, I'm gonna show you. If you press the assist button when you're using... Oops, that was an accidental input. If you press your assist button while you're doing this, you can call in your other characters to do their level 1s as long as you have the bar for it. Also, you can do this as well. You can hold back away from the player, away from your opponent, and press the assist button, and you can also do a level 3 with that character as well. Another thing is, it's important. Another thing that's really, really important to know in this game is Oki, which Oki is basically your setup after the combo. So, let's say you did your combo, you did your normal combo, right? And then your opponent hits the ground, and they have like this sliding knockdown state, and then they hit the ground completely, like, face first on the ground, and then they get up after that, right? So there are different options you can have. You have different options that you could do to counter your opponents or try and open them up, like on wake up. So here, let me show you. So your opponent gets up, right? You could literally just get up, and as soon as they get up, you could just like press, like, you know, light or whatever and stuff like that. Another good thing to do is just jump and then just dash forward, or just jump and press heavy. Jump, dash forward, press heavy, and stuff like that. You can also, when they wake up, you could press, you could do dragon rushes and stuff like that. And that's basically what Oki is. And Oki is like how, like if like that combo right there has good Oki, which means that combo is gonna have a good, you can have a good setup after. Like, you can hit him with an overhead, you can hit him with a dragon rush, like an aerial dragon rush, or just a regular dragon rush and stuff like that, depending on which way they tech. You know, like level 3s have like the best Oki because they can't tech up or tech back or tech down or anything like that, because when you get knocked on the ground, here, I'll show you. Let's see, I don't really think I can let's see, hold on, ground recovery. Or there we go, like here. So this is an up tech. You see how the opponent went higher than what they usually do? Like here, I'll show you. Here's normal recovery. They just literally just do a backflip and get up. The other one, they jumped like as high as I was right there. They can tech in place as well. I'll show you. Oh wait, that's not what I was looking for. Air recovery? Oh, ground. No, wait. I don't know, I can't find it. But there's another one where you could like stay on the ground and then you'll get back up. You'll get back up after however long. It's like a second or two. You basically just stay on the ground for an extra second. And that's different ways to tech it. This, if you get level 3, you can't tech at all if you're on the ground. Like, if you get, like, hit on the ground, you will always get up. The way that she got up right there will always be the way that she gets up. So, level 3s, like, always have the, like, best Oki. I shouldn't say always have the best Oki, but some characters have, like, extremely good Oki. Like Vegeta's is really good. Goku's is really good as well. Bardock's is really good in the corner. Not so good mid-screen because he ends up spawning so far away from them and stuff like that. So with the level 3, you can do whatever you want off of this. You could run up and do light off down light off the ground to hope they don't block low. You can run up and just do an overhead like that. I can't even do it. There we go. Instant air dash for an overhead, and then you could immediately, like, even if they block your overhead, you can immediately go into light and stuff like that. Another thing is, like, you know, you could just literally, you can run up and just Dragon Rush as well, because they can't up tech, which means your Dragon Rush won't whiff on the ground. I did that too late, but you get what I'm saying. So, with that being said, Sparking, I'm going to talk about Sparking a little bit here. Sparking basically regenerates your health and lets you have more damage. You also get a bunch of different like properties, like being able to jump cancel. Like Goku over here can do this really cool combo. Whoops. Like he can basically jump cancel his ki blast and stuff like that. Like you get a bunch of really cool, you get to do a bunch of really cool tech and stuff like that when you're when you're in Sparking. But the main thing is you could just Spark if your first player is gonna die and you want to save him, which that's what a lot of people do, especially a lot of Japanese players. I did that for a long time as well, but it only lasts for 7 seconds, whereas if you do it on your third character, when 2 of your characters are dead, then you get a 21-second Sparking Blast instead. Now, one more thing I want to talk about. You bring your opponent to the mid. You win the neutral in mid-screen, and you know you do your usual combo, and you bring them to the corner, and then let's say you open them up again, and you get another combo on them, right? And you know, right here is like the perfect example. Like your opponent is going to die, so that would be the time you want to use the extra bar to make sure your opponent dies and stuff like that. So that's really like the only time you want to use like your level 1s and stuff and whatnot. So like here's another perfect example. You know, you win the neutral, and then well, I've dropped the combo there, but like, you know, I would have done one of these, and then, you know, you could just easily just use your level 1s and you would kill your opponent. And alright, so that's gonna do it for this guide. If you guys do enjoy, please thumbs up, subscribe, because I might make extra videos in the future. Like I said before, if this video ends up getting good views on YouTube, then I will be making an intermediate guide and an advanced guide to getting better at this game. And if those get good views as well, I might make, you know, guides to just different characters and stuff like that that I'm, you know, really good at, and or characters that I know a lot of tech with and stuff like that that I can teach. That I can teach you some tech with. Like here's a little outro tech special that I learned the other day from Fenrich, is that you can actually Let me put this guy on guard. Oops. Is that you can, during a block string, you can jump in special. And you could go into an overhead off of that. Only in sparking though, this is only a sparking only thing, but... So, yeah, so I could teach you like little things like that if this video or my channel, you know, gets a little bit of success out of this. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.